Okay, for next week, we actually only have one thing that is due, which is our first discussion post. And this is only one of this style that I'm going to ask you to do. So I'd like you to find a article. This could be a journal article or a news article, whatever, talking about poor data quality. This can be anything that would be relevant for this class. The reason why I'm asking you to do this is just to get a better handle on the idea of garbage in, garbage out, because this is important for you to consider as we start to model data. So after you find this article, I'd like you to post a 250 to 300 word response on your thoughts after reading the article. Do a formal APA citation of the article. For those of you who don't normally use APA, I'll post a link to Purdue OWL. I highly recommend them for just a good reference guide for APA style. Ideally, include the digital link with that. In that response, I want you to kind of summarize what it is that the article is about, but also what was the biggest shock, lesson learned, aha moment for you when you read the article, and then provide a real world example of when you've run into a data quality issue. And those of you who are traditional age students, you might have a harder time coming up with this. And if you can't think of anything that you have run into, try to think of a situation that you're likely to run into in the career that you want to go in the future. Okay. Other than this, we don't have anything that's due next week. Two things you can be working on. One is to start thinking about what kind of project you want to do. And this is especially as you do the readings and you start listening to lectures about the ERD model and what tables and what data, what a normal little mini database would look like. That should kind of give you an idea of how big of a project this is. We want to keep it small and tight for your own sanity and mine. If you get into things that are really complex, it'll just cause you a headache, and you don't need that during, 2021, but I'm recording this in 2020. We don't need none of that right now. So keep it simple, simple but applicable. But yeah, just start thinking about different project ideas for that. And if you get really bored, there's actually a lot of reading for next week. But if you get bored, then you can start reading the popular reading book, the book on ethics at any time. You can start posting those discussion posts whenever you get around to it. You can go weeks early. That's totally fine. Yeah, so see you soon.